Here we go again.
On the road again.
Nashville has been fun, but we're gonna go have some more fun.
Oh yeah, the trip's not over yet.
Yeah, no wonder.
Oh, watch its space.
And it's lights out and away we go!
Just met a subscriber.
What just happened?
And he's our pilot. Flying us to the next stop. So thank you, pilot.
We're just going to Vermont, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be flying you there."
You know what's really nice is when we meet people and they're so just like friendly in it. Like I'm like, so the pilot guy, you know who you are. You made me and Jazz smile.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. Flight number 2. Yeah. Our pilot, when we got on the flight, just before we took off, he goes, "This is amazing," right? He didn't say that. He said, "Cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff, and if no one's told you all today, you're an absolute legend." And I was like, "Whoa!"
Cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff, and if no one's told you all today, you're an absolute legend.
Craig was genuinely like, "That's the best thing ever."
The woman in front of us really appreciated it. You know, a little bit of positivity every day, you never know. And then we arrived here in Burlington, Vermont, and we've just gone through a full scene of Zootopia.
Oh, bless him, the guy. We got our car, and then he was like, "Could be in 45, 46, or 47. I was like, "I'll just click it and see which one opens." Oh, they had a fax machine. Insert noise here. I did actually.
Wow, I thought it was dial-up.
Who still has fax machines? This place is so cute, but we're definitely back in the 90s.
That's cool.
And the registration plate on it. Drive it like you stole it.
And this feels like in a second the lights are gonna blink. We're gonna be on the other side like in blooming Stranger Things.
We literally made it all the way here, just looking at a map, like the olden days. This is 3, we're over here.
So you were looking for the yellow kettlebell?
Yep, it's not here anymore. We went on an open swim Sunday night, and that was our buoy weight, and it is at the bottom of the lake now, so.
The rest of the swim was like 8 feet deep. And then Jake and I went back out after Mel finished her swim. I was like,
real cocky too.
I was like, we are not going back in until we find that kettlebell. Because I had like a 100-foot rope tied to it, so I was like, maybe the rope's float, so like, even if we're just in the radius of it. After, I think the first time one of us got to the bottom, we literally like, you get to the bottom, you look for 2 seconds, and then you're like, I'm gonna drown. So you shoot back up.
Yep.
You said you had a lot of confidence in Matt.
We had a lot of confidence in each other. We were like, we're finding this without question. Like, there's no 2 ways about it. We're gonna stay out here till we find it. And we both took one dive, popped up, kind of looked at each other, and then didn't say anything, took another dive, and then popped up, and we were like, we're not gonna be able to find it. So we both took like 2 more dives each, just so the people on the shore thought we were diving for it, and then we mailed it in.
Yeah.
I think if we go with some gear, we could maybe do it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You said you were laughing because when he threw it in, you thought it was planned.
Yeah, I'm looking at him through the rangefinder, telling him like how far out he is. And I see him drop the kettlebell in, and he's holding the buoy and no rope. And I was like, maybe it's planned. And then he jumped off the paddleboard in his full clothes, his jeans and his t-shirt. Questionable from the beginning because he paddled out with the kettlebell and the rope and all of it on a stand-up paddleboard instead of taking a kayak. And then, yeah, he dropped it in. And the owner of the house was like, is this something like that normally happens? Like, you guys seem super calm about this. And Mal and I were like, yeah, some version of this is always going on.
Coaching chair. So we saw on the map on the way in that the biggest filing cabinet in the world is in Vermont.
Yeah, tallest filing cabinet in the world. And it's right next to a really good coffee shop. Is it Nomad?
It's Nomad, yeah.
Yeah, Nomad. And the coffee shop's owned by a CrossFitter as well. Yeah, I remember seeing it there my whole childhood. And just like, it's like there was a flagpole and somebody just was like, let's put filing cabinets on top of this flagpole. And they just stacked them all the way up.
Jazz and I were joking that if someone asked us on our way in what we were here for, we were going to say the filing cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been running with lightning feet. Na 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 na. Hear that thunderbolt following me. Na 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 na. Baby got wild on these same streets. Na 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 na. But I'm still running, nobody catch me. Na 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 na. Yeah, move with it. Da 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 da.
Matt was watching me strict press, but he made me feel a lot better. I don't know if that's the coach taking over in him, but my strict press, if you ever want to do it, it makes you feel weak, and my strict press is terrible. But Matt, what did you say about your strict press?
When I competed in weightlifting, my strict press was 70 kilos, and my rack jerk was 190. So 154 pound strict press and a 418 pound rack jerk.
Makes me feel a lot better. And that Metcon is your idea of fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love me some biker.
Was that your playlist?
Yeah. It's on Spotify. Mobbing with Mal.
Oh no.
Far from the house, you don't get service. Oh no, you're good. I just thought I would pick you up door-to-door service. Door. Off we go.
This is Jazz's Uber. Please leave a 5-star.
Oh yeah. There's no water bottles back here, so.
No. Where are the mints? I've not driven over here for a year, and I've only driven so far from the airport to the hotel and to here. So here we go. Wrong side of the road life.
This is very brave of you. I'm very happy for you in this moment.
We'll be judging the entire time.
I know.
This looks like to me when Pokemon Go was a thing.
What is it?
Hungarian roll.
It's got powdered sugar on it, so it's gotta be good.
Anything sugar coated?
The menu is on the wall and it's very hard to read. This is your coffee spot.
I wouldn't put so much ownership on it as mine, but I like it. So yeah, I like to bring people here, but it's not mine.
Yeah, it's not yours.
It's not mine. Yeah.
Cheers to Vermont.
Cheers to Vermont.
Never tasted a coffee like it, but it's lovely. Like it's a, I don't know what that thing is in it, but it was great. Anyway, this is Burlington.
Funny enough, I've heard great things.
What is your rule with Mal?
Put a rule in place one day that if she ever beat me by 10 minutes, because she was telling a story and she was like, yeah, I beat Jake by 10 minutes. And I was like, it was 2, but if you ever beat me by 10 minutes, you can slap me in the face as hard as you can. And then the very next day, she beat me by 7 minutes. So we came very close. And it's a real possibility that at some point she's gonna beat me by 10 minutes.
So this is your truck?
This is my truck.
And someone stole the lock of your truck?
Before I bought it like that.
Okay.
It's inside. I just never need this door. So I didn't put it back on.
You said hold on.
I didn't say anything.
So. You said get out of my face. What are you doing? Get out of my face. Get away.
This is huge news.
What news?
Mat Fraser is getting 2 donkeys.
Yeah, one of our friends down in Texas, he had 2 donkeys, and Sam and I were like, this is amazing. So yeah, we want to. We just got to figure out the logistics of like, how much area do they need? How much fencing do we need? Like, where do we restrict them, or are they house donkeys, you know? I vote for house donkeys. Sammy doesn't want them in the house.
You feel like Hard Work Pays Off HQ needs a pet.
Yeah,
And the 2 donkeys are great, but you also want a bulldog.
yeah, but no one else wants a bulldog, so donkeys will do.
What?
Bulldog in a little Hard Work Pays Off t-shirt, a little hoodie, and he's just...
He said, imagine a bulldog in a Hard Work Pays Off t-shirt. So he's right behind you.
That's not what I was implying.
Get to know Mal a little bit better. Clean and jerk or snatch?
Like my preference,
Yep.
clean and jerk all the way.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Yeah. You like a tan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I got roasted at Grand Games for not being tan, so I've been working on it.
Are you a big coffee drinker?
I am. I love coffee.
How many a day?
Only one, just because I have like pre-workout and stuff. I don't want to overdo it.
And then how do you have it?
Just black, iced.
Same. Jazz is just getting tips.
Yeah, just observing. Learn through observation. I don't think it quite works like that. I don't think that's how the strength and fitness transfers over. Unfortunately.
Nice, good. Control a dip. Beautiful. Nice. See your elbows high like this. Bit of a delay getting underneath it. But that was the best you've met the bar, like, ever. That's what, good.
Why won't Mal sit in these chairs?
They're too comfortable. She won't sit in these chairs while she's training, because then she'll just like melt in.
Just a few clips, one session.
There'll just be a lone set of clips that never gets used, like the toys on the shelf in Toy Story.
Speaking of Toy Story, do you like animated movies?
Yeah, but I don't really watch them.
No.
My favorite movies are Jurassic Park. There's a new one that just came out, and we all went.
And was it as good as you wanted it to be?
Yeah, it was amazing. Last
Do you
one.
know something really sad? We got invited to the premiere of that, and I love dinosaurs. Like, love them.
Moment of silence for Matt's triceps.
Yeah, and Craig couldn't be bothered to go down to London for it, so we didn't go. I know.
Yes, I know.
That's a one-in-a-lifetime chance.
I was like, if we get invited to any...
She's not wrong because the movie only ever comes out once. All right then, who's your favourite dinosaur?
Triceratops and then T-Rex. And then, actually, Raptor, Triceratops, T-Rex.
Did you hear about the blind dinosaur?
No.
Do you think he saw us? Do you like country music?
I do.
Yep. Do you like Luke Combs?
Yeah. You like him?
Yeah. I've only ever thrown an axe once.
Everyone needs an axe board at their house, right?
Yep.
Watch your head. Craig, mind out the way.
No, I like living on the edge. No, go back inside. Come on, guys. It's my first throw. How far away? Chop the lights.
So, this line is regulation.
Regulation
I
line.
go like couple in, like.
Yeah.
Oh!
Let's
Send
go,
it.
baby. Yep,
First throw. But first throw could be lucky.
You
Let's
see the
how
smile. You see the
second one
smile.
goes.
Don't change anything.
Oh, you do have to change it a little bit on that one.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
here we
I
go.
need to.
Mixer. Change it a little bit.
Don't forget. Hey, I'm pretty proud of that though. 50%.
That is good. It's pretty good.
Yep.
50%.
Matt's starting to get.
Okay, watch. Matt's like a MLB pitcher.
Starting to
Look
get
at
good.
Look at him. He's
Starting
like
to get cocky with it too.
Look at him, dude. He's
Pretty
like an
annoying.
MLB pitcher. What are you,
He's got
Randy
a-
Johnson of axe throwing, dude? You're gonna take a bird out.
He's got a routine. Is that the dude who smoked the
You
bird?
smoked a bird. That's you. Also, bullseye. Annoying.
Hey, annoying.
Suck at something.
That was cool. Yeah.
That was only once though. You haven't given me a chance. I've been practicing.
Oh, I'm so glad. I got none.
My forte.
Like, have you seen those videos?
Oh, too high, Bowie.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was concerned.
Trash.
Go on, Jazz.
Oh no, I honestly something.
I'm honestly better on the phone.
You gotta do stuff that makes it look cool.
Oh, going for the 8-pointer.
Is that the green guy?
Yeah, she hit it.
Yeah, it didn't stick, but it got it. It's exactly what I was aiming for. The green
Now
bit.
we know it's possible. So we all do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till Matt gets out of the way. It definitely didn't trust my throw.
Woo!
Yeah, I beat you.
Very much a detour on the vlog, but Jazz loves this place.
It's like Aladdin's cave. You just never know what you're gonna find here. It's very exciting.
Target.
We don't have these in the UK, just for reference.